Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clocks tick.
Two Guys, One Spread podcast. It's been a little bit. Tommy's coming over a sickness that he had for a little while.
Balance of sickness.
Feeling better, back at it, and ready to go in a super
Hockey-filled
episode. 45 is going to ooze hockey, right?
That's right. Very rare. But I mean, it's hard not to talk about it. It's in the national news. It's heavy in the local news.
The locals exploding.
Yeah. I will say before we get into we'll get into the USA hockey, but is there anything more Buffalo than you have a player comes back, wins a gold medal? Every team that's done this now, if they played the other team that had a gold medal, they bring them out. The crowd cheers, and who does Buffalo play? The first game at home, but the guy they hate the most in Jack Eichel. And I will say the Sabres fans played it perfect. They did everything right. Cheered him, gave him the big round of applause that he deserved.
Yeah.
As soon as the game started, every time he touched the puck, booed the crap out of him. They played it right. That was the right way to do it. Listen, it would have been a bad look to boo him for winning the gold medal, but they thought they did a good job. So I just want to bring that up.
I actually wanted to go and see. I wanted to go and see if Eichel had any comments or if he was asked anything afterward. Because honestly,
Right.
I was worried about the whole thing leading up to it. I was fairly confident that the Sabres fans were going to do what they should, right? Honestly, I think there's a little part of me that the booing of him during the game is almost like for fun.
Right.
Because I think there's a lot of Sabres fans that are probably like me, and now that they're getting, it's not just that they're getting good, right? But a little bit of time has passed, and the USA thing was good. Like, I really would like to see if Eichel could almost the final step to put it to rest, right? Like, I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him. I really want him to come out and say, listen, the ending wasn't great. It wasn't great for them. It wasn't great for me. I was a young guy. Maybe I didn't handle it the best. I still don't think the Sabres handled it the best.
Right.
The way
I think it was bad on both spots.
But you know what? It's over. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. And I would like both. I mean, I think the fans did their part, right? And I will say I always say hate's a strong word, so my dislike for him I think is definitely lessened a little bit.
Right.
I just think I think often I say this a lot, whether it be performance on ice or on the field or on the court or off, is these guys are young. They're young. They don't know how to react to people not liking them, to pressure, and there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, I was glad that the Sabres fans, they did it the right way. You're supposed to boo. Not necessarily boo, but you're not rooting for the other team. So whether it's Eichel or anybody else, right?
Anybody else, you don't. If it was Hughes that came here, you cheer him on. But when the game starts, he scores. You're not giving cheers out. It's done. Yeah. It's over. So I thought they handled it as good as Buffalo can handle anything. So I thought they did a good job.
And it is just crazy funny and ironic that. That's the game. That's the one, right?
It
that
is.
It comes back.
It just seems like there couldn't have been a different script for Buffalo sports. That's just the way it's always going to be. You finally get a gold medal. It's everywhere. It's the biggest story, and everybody's doing this bringing everybody out, and we bring out Eichel. So that's just I thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
and I think that gold medal goes a long way towards lessening the hatred, right?
Right.
Because I think we've talked about this before. I'm not exactly sure behind the scenes. I think there's probably more than what we know, but I'm not exactly sure what Eichel did for everybody to hate him, right? Like,
Right. I mean, it's just the fact that I don't know what he really did. He wanted his own doctors, which makes sense
like
to
if
me.
it comes down to that part, it's
Yeah,
like his doctors are telling him this is the best thing that you should
yeah,
do. That's what
I
he
know.
wants to do.
I would do the same thing. If something like that, where I'm like, I got a neck injury, and the doctors are like, "This is the best course of action for you." Well, I want to follow them, and I want them to do it, and it makes sense. I get it. He left. He didn't exactly promote Buffalo.
No, I know, no,
It
that
Buffalo people, Buffalonians love Buffalo. No one wants to admit any downfalls of Buffalo, so
but like
he didn't.
when he was actually here, right?
Yeah,
Like obviously once he went there, he said some stuff, and then there was an interview back here. Like
right,
that stuff. I'm like, but like when he was actually here, again, I mean, I think he tried hard. I think the team was bad.
right,
I think he was too young to know what it took to be a what it takes to be a true professional and a
right.
true winner. Like I think that was him and O'Reilly's problem, and I just you don't know what you don't know when you're young,
Yep. No,
and
I agree.
so that
But
part, like,
I mean, Buffalo just hears the sound bites, and I get it. I get it. But when he was here, there was nothing he did that the fans should have hated him. It was just how he left, and
yeah.
uh,
So
you know. But let's talk about the USA game. I think we should go there first.
yeah, we
Um,
can touch on it for a little bit.
yeah, yeah, just touch on it real quick. I mean, I went out for the game. Um, it
Where'd
just
you
seemed
go?
like Johnson's Landing in Hamburg. It's like this new bar restaurant downtown down in Hamburg. Very nice. But they were one of the first people to say that they were opening for the game. And then they obviously opened up with alcohol for the day and everything like
Ah,
that. And then you're
woo!
like, all these places were pretty big. I'll tell you what, it was awesome. It
It
was awesome.
was.
It was a great experience. The place was packed. Um, you know, uh, Buffalo, they don't need a real good reason to get up at 8 o'clock to drink, but if you're gonna give them one,
That's right.
it's just gonna. It was packed. I'm telling you, you couldn't find a seat there wasn't a spot available in the place in the bar. So it was a great experience as far as just going with people and all cheering for the same thing.
The
And it was really awesome. I mean, the
man,
fact that they won even made it great, but it was a fun time either way.
the Olympics in general are awesome. I love
I
them.
agree.
I just go back and forth between that, like man, I want more of them, but then you don't, because then if you get it more, then
Yeah,
it's not as awesome, right?
I know.
Um, the actual game, right? The actual game.
Yes.
Um, I mean, listen, U.S. won, unbelievable, so great. Can't I mean, it's literally the 1980. I mean, it's not that big of an upset, but
It's pretty big.
yeah, but you know when he's like, if we play them 10 times, they might win
Right.
9. If we play Canada 10 times, they might win 7. I mean,
Right.
they're
They're
nasty,
bad.
man.
Oh, I know. I
They're
mean,
but that's why you play the game. That's the
that
point
is
of
why we
playing the
play the
game.
game.
And I think
Right.
U.S. halfway through the third, or maybe even the begin, I'm like, their best bets to get this to 3-on-3, and
Right.
just hope
I
you. I'm
I
like,
was scared to go 3-3. I'm like, anything can happen on 3-3. It just
correct.
takes one wrong, drop of the puck, and it's a 2-on-1 the other
Yeah,
way. And
but even not even yeah. I mean, a big save, a kick out, a rebound, a three on
yes,
two, a breakaway. Like
yeah,
I was like, I think a lot of people. I'm like, if 5-on-5, we are just getting We were just
It was
getting
getting, it
beat
was
up.
getting ugly. I mean, there was a missed wide open net. There was an amazing save.
Yeah.
There was just pressure from Canada the entire third period, most of the second period. Yeah, it was, you know, it was a game that seemed dominated by Canada after the first period. So I agree with you. I thought 3-on-3. Everybody was like, "Oh, you can argue should it be 3-on-3, but uh, to win it, that doesn't matter. It is what it is. That's their rules."
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think,
Both Canada and the United States won a 3-on-3 just to get there
yeah. Yeah.
to the championship, so we can't argue too
I
much
mean,
about
I
it.
don't think there's too many hockey guys I know, even American guys that are like, I love the 3-on-3. It's just what the rule is. It's what the
It's
rule
the
is,
rule.
right?
I agree.
So, yeah, I don't. I mean, in a in a perfect world, I think almost every hockey person I know is, we were raised on the 5-on-5 overtimes, triple overtime. You know what I mean? Like that's what we were raised on, but it's a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
got a mental
different. So
ceremony. They got all this stuff going on, and they got to get things going there. So, um, I get it. It was exciting. That's all that matters. Was it exciting? Was it fun to watch? To me, it was, and it was just a great experience for me. I mean, we had a table of like 14 people,
yeah,
and it was just doing shots at 9 o'clock in the morning and just being hammered by one, and it was a great
half the
event. And it's just awesome. It was just
yeah
fun.
half
And those
the
those events don't come around that often. So you need something like that to bring everybody together on one event. So it's just really cool.
yeah half the I thought half the Canadian, um I'll say just fan base, right? Based on, what I saw on social media. Half of them did a really good job, right? Like, listen, congrats. We outplayed them, but that's why you play. And then there's always that group that just cry and whine.
Right.
You didn't really win. It was 3-on-3. I'm like, if you guys won, none of you would
Mhm.
have said that. You all would have been like,
Absolutely.
we're still the king of the hockey. So that was, that part gets annoying, but I did my best to. I try not to comment and get sucked into those different
Right.
arguments.
Right.
Um,
I know.
I did think it was funny. I did not feel bad. I did not feel bad for the Canadian men. I did feel
I know
bad
you.
for.
I remember you saying you kind of felt bad for the women.
I felt bad. I felt bad for the women, right?
Right.
Like I really. I just. I don't. I mean, It's just like I feel like there's a certain. It's one. I mean, you should have some sort of. I know they're in a tough spot. You should have some sort of positive feeling about winning a silver medal.
Right.
And
I know. I know. I agree.
like I think both teams, here's the tough part. It's like it would be one thing if you lose and you feel mad or sad because you didn't win, right? Those
Right.
are natural. I think with all of the pressure because they are Canadian and it is their sport, they felt embarrassed, and that's a tough
Right.
that's a tough
That's
spot
tough.
because I mean you anything could happen in a game, and um I was like, man, that really stinks to be embarrassed that you won a silver medal because you really
Yeah.
shouldn't, right?
Right. No, I agree with that.
And there were some Canadian people that were still like like we're so proud of everybody, and I think it's the way it goes. It's what they wear. It's kind of what the U.S. wears with basketball, right? We
Right.
wear that with
That's a good
basketball,
example. Right.
right?
Right.
We don't win the basketball gold medal. Those guys are embarrassed.
Embarrassed. Right.
Not even just like mad you got the silver. It's that's the
Yeah.
sport. So
I will say that maybe they got to stop giving stuffed animals out to these silver medal winners. They did not love the little stuff. They get the medal, they're miserable. They see the Canadian men and women, and they get this medal, they're not happy. And then there's another guy coming right after with like a little stuffed animal, and they're looking at it like, the fuck is this?
Oh,
I don't even want this medal. Now you're giving me a stuffed animal that I gotta deal
oh,
with and hold.
so believe it or not, I did not see really much of either of the actual metal parts. Did the gold
Yeah.
medal people get a?
Yes, everybody got it. Like
Yeah,
any medal winner got it.
yeah. It's probably got to go away.
It's got to go away. I think.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
people.
they're I mean, Nathan McKinnon's face with
No, it was so good. He looks at it, he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
I know, yeah, oh man, that's
It
kind of
was
the
funny.
thing. You know what? Give it to every Olympian in their welcome bag or something.
Sure, I,
I
I,
don't know.
I agree.
When I first saw it, like I almost thought it was AI. I'm like, is that
No,
real? Like, did they
I
really
know
give
in
that
like
out?
Europe and everything like that, they have like a almost like a mascot, and that was the mascot thing for that area, and yeah, it just was funny. The girls' faces were just the same. They were like, Jesus.
I know.
I
Yeah,
am miserable right now, and now this guy is coming around with a stuffed animal, and I gotta say thank you and
yeah,
hold
yeah,
it.
yeah. That was. Yep. Check it. I think there's just some things you try. Maybe it seems
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
and then you go through and you're like,
yeah. In 4 years, let's ditch this stuffed animal idea.
yeah. I
Didn't work.
actually, I actually almost feel. I don't know. I always try and be. I mean, I coach my kids, so I'm involved in a lot of these tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, we got states coming up this weekend. I almost feel. I almost feel like for hockey that the ceremony should be. It's hard because it's like the last event, right? But
Right. Yeah, I know.
like, I mean, they'll you lose and like you're basically just sitting out there for 45 minutes
I know.
watching the other
Right.
team. It's one thing to, they're going to celebrate when the game ends immediately. And there's a
Right.
3 or 4 minute thing, and that's part of sports. You just suck it up, you sit there and you deal with it. Then you got to shake hands. I love it. I respect all of that. I don't want to sit here for 45 minutes on
Right.
the ice while they're just sell like over and over.
Pictures and celebration, and I
Yeah,
just
I'm
gotta
like,
sit there and
oh,
eat it.
that seems like
It's
too.
like,
That seems
listen, it's
like too.
already awful. Let me get out of here.
That's right. You know what I mean? Like I can be professional and keep it in and all that, but I'd almost like to see this. If you want to do the gold medal right then and there, but I don't know.
I
It was
agree.
brutal. I'm like, they've been out there for like 45 minutes.
I know.
You're just sitting there watching this for forever. I'm like, they're pissed off. They want to go. They did what they had to do. They congratulated them, and that's part of it, sportsmanship. But so what?
Wow, it was awesome. Let's
It,
talk
it,
about the next hockey, unless you got anything else.
no, 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 no. Let's hit up on the Sabres
Same.
coming out of the gate here. 4 wins,
I know. I know. You get nervous.
quality
I mean, who
quality
wasn't nervous?
opponents.
I know. Who wasn't nervous coming out of this break? You're like, and they kind of, I mean, they weren't terrible going into the break, but they were sluggish a little
Like
bit.
2 out of 3,
Uh,
right? They lost or
yeah,
something. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's
they
certainly
lost.
not the pace that we've had, or three out of
No,
four,
but you're like
maybe.
coming back and you're like a little nervous. You don't even know if Tage is going to play in the first game. You couldn't tell who was going to play out of that group. And yeah, I mean, they just kind of picked up where they were, a month ago and just playing good hockey. I mean, good goaltending overall. I think the goaltending's been very good this 4 game stretch. And just getting up on, they've just been getting up on all these teams early
Yeah.
and just playing solid hockey.
The Florida game. So I did not get to watch the Florida game. Uh, Me and my daughter the next morning woke up and we were watching the highlights. We'll like find them on YouTube, right? And they usually do a
Right.
good like it's like the extended highlights, right? Like
Yeah,
they show you everything. And the shots seemed to be pretty close, but I
right.
felt like every opportunity they showed for Florida was like a really good scoring chance.
Yeah.
And like then I would see
Yeah.
Buffalo had like
Pekka
10,
was on his
10
head.
shots on goal, And then the next highlight was a Buffalo shot, and it was like the 18th shot on goal.
Right.
But they, I mean, Florida's was like scoring chance, great scoring chance, great scoring chance.
Yeah.
And Lyon played unbelievable. I mean, he
Right.
played so good
I agree.
in that game. I was like, wow, I feel like he almost stole that one. And then Tampa, I mean, I feel like Tampa we just kind of kicked the crap out of.
Yeah. I know. That was a game you're like, listen, if they lose, it's back to back. It's Tampa.
Yeah,
And
Tampa on the
they
road back to back. You should lose
right.
almost.
Should lose. And you're not going to be upset about it. You just hope they're competitive and they can stay in the game a little bit and show something. But and then they come out and they're just kill it. First period, it's over. It's over. So you're like, wow, wow, this is something. And then you're looking at the standings and you're like, they're the sixth best team in the NHL now, right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, wow, man,
I,
it's great.
is there? So I was talking to one of my assistant coaches about this. Is it purely coincidence that this is happening after Kevin Adams?
It's we talked about this. I've talked about this with a couple people, and it's funny. They're like, "Who's going to win GM of the year?" And they're like, "It's going to be Kevin Adams."
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine? Why wouldn't he? He put the team together.
Eh,
That'd be awesome.
eh, is it even possible? I wonder if it's possible. Can you win if you're not the GM at the time?
I don't know. I don't know the rules, but
That's
he was
amazing.
the
I can't
GM.
wait. I can't wait to ask a couple people this. Here's
I
my
don't know the
thing.
ruling.
What is what do you think? I'm not a professional athlete, right? Clearly. What what is the relationship between professional athletes and the GM? Why would it make like I get it. I don't love this coach. This guy gets fired. There's a couple guys in the locker room that don't like him. I see that bump, right? Like they talk about the
Right.
bump when a coach. What is the relationship to the GM? What is there any sort
There
of
really
relation?
shouldn't be any. I mean,
If
there shouldn't be
anything,
any
if anything, you should really like him because he's the one that got you there. Unless
right
you hate your contract or
contract. That's the only thing. Like you don't like your contract, or you feel like just if you are Darlene for these years, or like, dude, he's just not bringing in anybody good, and I'm pissed off at him for this reason. But you shouldn't have really a relation. I don't think you should have a relationship
I mean, I
with
think it
the
looks
GM.
really bad on the players that if I mean again, it's got to be. I feel like it's coincidence. I don't know, but like if for whatever reason it's not, I think it looks bad on the players, right? Like now you're
Right.
playing great. Like you've always had a bunch of this talent, and to be honest, how much more talent is there on the team this year? Now, I'm not saying maturity and other factors,
Right.
but how much more talent is there this year than there was last year?
Ah, there shouldn't be really any.
I
Name
mean,
a player that's
Norris, who has missed a bunch of the season, right? He
right.
wasn't here for much of last year, but he hasn't
Right.
played a ton this year.
No, he's not.
Um, Doan's been a nice addition. I mean, so much so that this much is a difference, and he's been cool lately, right? He hasn't been
Yeah,
nearly.
he's cooled down since he got paid.
Um, I'm trying to think who else.
I mean, Austin wasn't up last year. I'm just saying. I mean, but not that he's done
I
an
mean,
unbelievable amount.
Paterka, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's where the Kesserling and Doan come in.
right.
I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy that I don't think it's that much more talented of a group.
Right.
But
And you talk about Adams and trades and stuff like that, and people hated some of his trades, but if you gave him a little time, his trades weren't that. Some of them you looked at the time, you're like, this is not a good trade, or they haven't been terrible.
no,
His trades haven't been terrible. You look at them now, and they're like, it's not a bad trade. It's either even, we didn't lose out,
yeah.
or we've done pretty well on it. So, yeah, GM of the year. is Adams.
That would be that again. I feel that would be a very Buffalo like thing, right?
But
Someone wins the GM of the year. He's not even the actual GM anymore.
he started winning. I mean, really winning the day he was fired. So it is weird. It should have nothing to do with him at all because I mean, he's not doing anything at that point. Uh, so it's weird, very weird. But
I mean, it's so weird. I feel it's got to be coincidence, but I mean,
it's
like,
gotta be. It's the only thing that it has to be. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I
But
know
it's the great coincidence because they were out of the playoffs playing Sabres hockey, normal Sabres hockey, and then the guy was fired, and it's been one of the best team in hockey since he's been let go.
yeah. I mean, they're you know, their records phenomenal. It really is, and they put themselves in, you know, right where they, you know, in such a comfortable spot, right? Because it's the truth of the matter is it's almost impossible for them to miss the playoffs right now.
Right,
The way
right,
hockey's
right,
set up, which is kind of hard to
right.
say, the way it's set up, and you know, it's great. I mean, I and now you're having that feeling of I mean, we can run around. We can win 2 rounds, I
I
guess.
know. Before it was like, man, we get in. What? Oh, then we'll play the one seed,
Yeah,
and
like
it'll be
in
at
years
least we'll get
past,
in, and we'll be back. And now you're like, we can win. We can win a series or two.
it's almost the Bills season of this year, right? Like
Yeah,
you're like Florida's a beast, Kansas City's a beast. Well, guess what? Kansas City didn't make it. Florida's not going to make it. I don't think.
yeah. As far as I can make
Toronto
it.
has been a stud for what 5-10 years here, like with
Yeah,
Matthews and Marner and all these guys. They're not going to make it. You know what I mean?
right.
It's seriously like one of those things where you're like, man, some of these teams that I've always been the most afraid of, and they're not even going to get in, right? Like we're gonna end up with Montreal and Detroit and teams that are equally as inexperienced as us almost.
Sure. I know. I
You
know.
know? Oh, are you
It's
frozen? You
exciting.
must
I
be
know
frozen.
that you look at all that stuff and you're like,
Uh,
this is working out well. Maybe we're just that team that could be that nice run.
so
I mean, the goaltending's been hot. Scoring's been good. They are looking at defensemen to bring in some help at defense. We could talk trade rumors if you want to talk some trade rumors.
yeah. I'm gonna probably have to run upstairs and plug my computer in here, but that's all right.
Okay,
What
that's fine.
I thought I had plenty on it. What's your initial reaction to the Parenko trade? If it goes through.
If it goes through, yeah, I mean he's 32. Um, Obviously he was on the Canadian Olympic team, so he's even if you don't know who he is, you're like it can't be terrible. He made the Canadian Olympic team, so
I know I have
um,
people today that are like third
I
pair
know,
defense. I said, what like we're just assuming that this guy's falling to our third pair, right? I'm like,
yeah,
you
right,
did not make the Canadian Olympic team if you're not
right.
a goddamn great hockey player. So
I,
like,
that's what I was agreeing to. Somebody was talking about that, and I'm like, how bad can this guy be? There's how many Canadian defensive that are out there, and he made the team top seven guy of all Canadians. It can't be that bad.
yeah, no,
So,
and the
um,
whole. I mean, I think the fan base here in Buffalo is just throwing him in on our third line, and I'm like,
right,
listen, I'm telling you right now, if we get in playoff series and first off, defensive depth in the playoffs is enormous, right?
yeah,
So like some people today we were texting and they're like, "Oh, I don't." I said, "You defensive depth is insane in the playoffs." I mean, You absolutely need it. And I'm like, don't for 1 second think if we get 5 or 6 minutes where we absolutely have to stop someone from scoring, that he's not eating into some of Powers' time,
Right.
or maybe even Byram and stuff out there. Like,
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, you're just assuming that he's going to be put on the third, but
and getting 12 minutes.
right.
That's not what they're trading him for. And
That,
and I think it makes sense on a lot of levels, right? So he's got some term left. You're not getting a rental.
right.
He's got some term left. He is a true veteran, a true professional that can help. I mean, again, I don't know if having Darlene be the mentor to Power is exactly ideal. Darlene's learning the ropes still. He's still young.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I love it from that perspective. I love that he's got some term left on his contract.
Yeah, he's in the fourth year of an 8-year contract. So he's got years left.
Yeah, and the thing that I like is, so okay, so let's say of those 4 years, 2 or 2.5 of them are good, and then he does start to slide. Now, I mean, one, you're not paying him top money, and
Right.
two, now he can fall into your third defensive pairing at the end, right? And here's the other part that I brought up to some people. I said, we're giving up that young defenseman for him. What is the path for his playing time? That young guy, right? What's the path for some? I said this about our forwards some last year. What's the
you
path
mentioned it. I
for
remember.
him
Yeah,
getting
what was the
playing time?
path? Yeah.
Kesserling's here for a little bit, right? Like that was we traded for him, but even if he's not, you got Samuelson, you got Power, and you got Darlene on long-term deals.
Right.
Right? I know Byron's got 1 year left after here. We signed him to 2 years in the offseason. This guy doesn't have true top 4 minutes that are kind of here.
Around.
So like I don't mind getting rid of that asset.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, it's gonna cost you something to get something. So you're gonna have to give up a future pick, a future talent. You don't know what he is for a known commodity. That's just the way it is.
And
so
and the way we're rolling right now, you're not picking in the top 5, right?
Right. Now I will say it'll be interesting if we give up our first round pick this year since we are hosting. Not that it matters, but it is another weird little tidbit. But listen, they're in the market to make a move. So, they had rumors of Robert Thomas yesterday, and now they got rumors of
Going in the dark.
Puerto. But it seems so. When is the deadline is?
Friday.
Okay, I didn't know exactly the day. So, yeah, it seems like they're making move. Else I saw another defenseman. There were rumors from San Jose. I can't say his name. Lilgren.
Oh, well, let's talk about that Thomas deal for a little bit though.
There was a lot. That was an expensive deal, if that's what it was.
It was expensive, and I did not. I mean, I've always liked Thomas, but I didn't want to give up that much. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give up on Owen Power. I think.
Right.
I just thought that was too much. When I first saw that, I'm like, oh boy. And then it seemed like it got squashed. Like we didn't want to give up that much. Which this is the tough part for teams that. This is the tough part for teams that are where we're at. When you're ahead of the curve, right? You're ahead of the rebuild. It's like you get so eager to want to to go for it because you haven't even been
Right.
close in forever.
You haven't sniffed it forever, I know.
But it's
But
like
you don't want to mortgage your so you're doing this again for 10,
you
14
don't
more
want
years.
to really ruin the whole plan. And
Right.
I thought that was. I mean, listen, Hellenius has only been up for a little bit. He's looked good, and he's a kid, right?
Yeah.
And Powers. I was listening to. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Shope and the Bulldog, and Bulldog had said about Powers. He's like, listen, you're gonna get. There's a bunch of people that just hate him because he's big and he's not super mean, right? So no matter what he does, they're always just going to be like, he sucks, he's soft, he's not good enough, he's so big, and and I agree. I want him to be a little more physical, right?
Right.
I don't need him to be. I don't, maybe he's not going to be, some bone crushing player,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, he's a plus player, which matters. It matters, right?
Sure. It
You
does matter.
because as good as Darlene and Thompson have been, I don't think they're plus players this year. And I know plus,
Now, Dolly, I just looked. He's -1.
which is better.
So,
It's better than it
right.
had been because it was lower than that. I think.
Yeah.
I so like some people just can't seem to look past that, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe he will. Maybe he will develop a little bit more physicalness and he gets a little bigger and he grows into that some, but I don't, I'm not ready to just trade a guy because he's not a killer out on the ice. You know what I mean? Like with that nasty streak that like a Scott Stevens had or something.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I
This
mean?
is
Like,
not going to be him.
yeah, you know what I mean? But he's been better. I think he moves the puck well. He jumps in offensively, and can he learn to be a little better with his body positioning and maybe a little more physical in our own zone? Sure, I think we would all like that. But I
Yeah.
wasn't ready to give up.
I agree with you. I
Really?
saw it and I got friends who hate him and they're like, just do it. And they're like, dude, I'm not giving up. I don't know. I think there was just too much and he was the too much on that deal.
Yeah, and I thought that was I thought that would have been really like all right, we're maybe jumping the gun on the rebuild
Right.
even a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
So we'll see. I'm curious to see if Parenko waives that no trade clause.
Right. I
I
know all these
mean,
guys have to wave.
I'm trying. The only reason I could see someone not right in his spot would be a family decision, right?
Right. Absolutely.
A family decision. That's it. It's not like he's living large in Florida and you're like, why
Yeah.
you're giving that up, right? Like, I mean, he's in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near contending in the next 3 to 4 years, which is what he's got left on his deal, right?
Right.
So I'm not sure why you would, other than a family thing, right?
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Couple kids in school, they don't want to leave school. I'm sure would I like to play on a contender, but I'm kind of, I don't know. That would be the only part that I could see, but we'll see. I did see it said if they make the trade, I think the Sabres would have the highest paid defense for
I
next.
did see that. Yeah. They put a lot of money on that defense.
But it's important.
It is important. Oh, I
I
agree.
mean,
We've seen it not work out for us, so
I
it is
feel
important.
I feel if there's an area, like football's the same way. I think there's areas where you can get by now and then.
Yeah.
I think you can do it on forward easier than you can do it on defense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I hear you. And we got younger talent at those positions we could throw in that are, I think, serviceable at this point. Yeah, agree. It'll be interesting, exciting. Um, yeah, it's been awesome. So it's like, man, when's the next game? And they get so many games now with the Olympic break.
Yeah.
It's like at least 3 games a week. So it's going to be exciting March and April so to get to the playoff run. My one friend just said he goes, I don't care until they can lose out and still get in. I'll always think that there's something that could go wrong. I just can't believe it yet. It's you're just so used to
I
just
yeah.
utter disappointment, so you're just
Well,
waiting for it.
I made a bet. I made a bet the other day that the 8 teams that are in the playoffs in the East right now are going to be the teams that make it. I just
Okay.
when I look at the standings, like the first team, like the first couple teams that are out, like I think Washington's out, but they're
Yeah.
like other teams have like 3 games in hand on them, and they're behind like 3 points. Then there's
Yeah.
Columbus. I just don't believe in Columbus, right? And then after that, it's like they're not even. Again, they're NHL close. I'm within
Yeah.
7, 8 points,
Yeah.
but
That's,
eight points and jumping 3 or 4 teams is it's almost impossible.
right. No, I agree. I agree, but I can see what people are still. They're leery to get excited. It's just,
They were
you know,
today on the radio. They were going through previous like Sabres deadline deals,
okay.
and it was just super funny because they're always like one of the things is like, well, we haven't had we haven't had big trades or haven't had much success with it.
That is great. Yeah.
But I'm like, first off, or they're like, well, we never gave up anything big. And I'm like, but what are you giving? Like, in the last 15 years, when are we in a
Yeah.
spot that we're giving up something big? Like, we haven't even
Something.
been, how many years have we been like in the hunt? Like, it really hasn't been that many.
No, not that many. Not enough to where yeah. Do you have an example of anybody do you remember anybody we gave up? Like who for anybody? I mean,
Well,
it's got to be just like uh shitty forward for a shitty defenseman and
yeah, I
stuff like
mean,
that.
we basically in the last little bit, it's been all like we've been giving up second round picks, and
Right.
the guys we've been
To get
getting,
younger players and bring them in and see if we can develop and
yeah.
I know.
But
Yeah.
it's just like we haven't even had a. I'm trying to see if I can find. There's a name that I'm trying to think of that they mentioned, but like we haven't had a reason to spend big. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like because the it's just been so we've been so far out of it that I'm like I don't want to trade a bunch of prospects. So it's yeah, I mean the NHL trade deadline's the best one of all of them, right?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's the one you have just I got a ticker, just checking everything, especially this year. This is the year, but any year I'm always got the ticker going, refreshing, see if anything's going on. Yeah, so it's it's gonna be an awesome. I knew it was coming up, and obviously with all the trade talk, I just couldn't remember exactly what day with the Olympic break. I kind of forgot which one it is. I was looking at I'm trying to find the most recent. I got the 10 best acquisitions and deadline deals, but nothing in the last 23 years that were any good. Danny Briere was the last really good one in 2003.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
there were a handful of the ones where I'm trying to see if I where I mean
we gave up Chris Groton. I remember that dude.
oh yeah do you recall that we traded for Ben Bishop?
No, I don't remember Ben Bishop
I
that much.
That's because I don't think he ever played. I think he had. I
Oh,
actually think that he had retired, and
okay.
we were just like eating his.
Oh,
We
that
were
sounds about right.
we were just eating.
Didn't we trade for a goaltender? Was like one of the worst goaltenders in the league that year. We were tanking for McDavid. I want to say we either brought in one of the worst goalies that we could find and just played him out the rest of the season. I thought we made a trade for him, but I could be wrong. But I know we are
Just to
definitely
make
playing
sure.
somebody terrible
Just to make sure.
just to make sure. And of course, we didn't get McDavid. We screwed that up too. But we tried because I remember we played this goalie who was god awful.
Well, we trade. I remember. So I saw. Let's see. We traded for Wayne Simmons. I remember trading for. I
Oh,
remember.
I remember. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. He was around. He was around for a cup of coffee, but
right.
yeah. I mean, it's just awesome that we have. We traded away Matt Molson. Thank God. Some bad free agent signings, but yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
goodness.
for,
Oh my.
for
It's,
Buffalo. I would love, even if it's not Parayko. I think we definitely can use another defenseman. One, not just for the playoffs, but because of the way the schedule, like you said. I mean, that's a lot of games in a really small period of time. Like I think out of the break we
yeah,
had
short period of time.
25 games in 50 days or something, which by pro standards is a lot. So, I would definitely like to see that. I hope Parenko really, I hope that deal goes through. I think that could be a really solid piece. And, we got to, how do you think the Sabres approach the playoffs for goaltending?
I don't think it changes. I really don't. I think they're unless somebody gets hot and you just play the hot goaltender. We've seen that happen and work out. I guess if you're hot, you just continue to the next game until you're not. But it doesn't seem to matter this year. I mean, Pekka didn't look great, and next game it's not him. So
It's weird
I
because
think right now,
that doesn't happen a
I
ton.
think Lyons the starting goaltender first game.
Oh yeah.
I think so. I think he's been the better goaltender.
Oh man,
It'll be interesting.
Ukko-Pekka's been really good the last.
I know. I agree. I agree. He's been very good. But he has Lyons been
No,
he's been good too.
I know. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's not often that teams go with that. I mean, it's happened, but I don't know. I wonder if you looked back how much success teams have had with that like rotation. Like it usually doesn't happen that often.
No, no, you're 100% right. Uh, it doesn't work, and that's why I think once they get in, I think if whoever they're starting, if if he's if he's good, he's gonna get another
You're
shot. It's
you're
just
winning.
yeah, um, yeah. I looked it up just so it was Michael Newverth.
Oh, I
That was the
remember that name.
goaltender.
I remember that name.
So he was actually playing too good. That's what he started 27 games for the Sabres that year, and I believe he was playing a little bit better than expected, and they traded him. I just was reading about it. He was playing too good for that team, and they got rid of him. So because he was too on fire.
Yeah,
So
they're like settle down, buddy.
yeah, listen,
You
I know you're
missed
trying to.
you missed the assignment here. You
Yeah,
missed
the
the
memo
assignment.
here was we got you to suck. So yeah, so Sabres is gonna be awesome end of the season. I do want to bring up real quick on the NFL. There's a couple of interesting NFL notes I thought, especially today. I thought hearing the Chiefs trading their corner for a first round pick. What's that, McDuffie?
Yeah,
I thought it was very interesting. Um, I know these corners make a lot of money, and it's I'm not saying it's a bad move, but it's an interesting move. And I heard they also getting rid of their left tackle, and I just thought it was an interesting move
yeah. I mean,
for them to make.
it's very. I mean, the Rams they have those two first round picks, and I I can see I could see. I mean, they weren't great on the back end, and they're definitely. I mean, the Rams have done this before. They're definitely in a
Then
win. They're in a win now mode, right? Like you
yeah,
got.
and then
I mean, I saw
Sabres.
something. I saw something about them working out an extension with Stafford, but I'm wondering if that's not more of a let's try and spread out some cap money so we can go for it more. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a big deal. But you're right. But the Rams have never cared about picks. First round, it doesn't matter to them. They get rid of them. I'll be surprised if they have another one. If they still have a first round pick by the time it gets to the draft, they don't care about them. They'd rather go out and get
well, and
known talent if they can.
which I love, and if
I
I'm the
know.
Rams, I get it, right? Like what I mean, Stafford's got
Well, you,
2 years left at the best,
yeah,
probably at the
you're
best.
right.
So
Right.
so it's like, listen, we're gonna when he's done, we're probably gonna have a young quarterback, and we're not gonna have to pay him much. So let's go for it. Right? We work out an extension. We can spread this out a little more, free up some cap space. I mean, they have to feel like, after watching that Super Bowl, that they gave a super not gave a Super Bowl away, but you know, like they had every right to win it as much as Seattle did. So I thought that
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I mean, the Max Crosby.
Montgomery trade
No,
made sense.
it did, but I don't you feel like Houston gave up a lot? I felt like Houston gave up a lot.
Wasn't it just a fifth?
No, it
That was
was.
a fifth.
I feel like I feel. I
Look it
mean,
up.
yeah. Well, it's definitely a player, and
Oh.
I it was an offensive lineman. I think they gave up 2 picks.
Let's see.
I feel like they gave up two.
Oh, maybe I just saw the fifth part of it, but
They get, let's see, in exchange for an offensive lineman, Juice Scruggs, a 2026 fourth and a 2027 seventh.
all right.
So
Yeah,
two,
I mean that's a lot for a running back.
it's a lot for a running back. They had I, I again, these are always subjective a little bit, but the worst offensive line in the league last year,
Right. Right.
which Montgomery's not making a bunch of people miss.
No, but he
I
is
mean,
better. They were really bad at the position. I mean, they they needed some sort of help at the position. I agree
no,
that they had
I
a
mean,
bad line, but
I mean, I feel like at best he's going to play the same role he had, right? Like he's not taking over your number one running back spot. I mean, they got that Woody Marks that they liked.
here, I think it flips a little bit. I think he takes the number one spot, but I mean, I think it's like a very shared backfield, but maybe a little bit more towards him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like at that point you could probably have drafted somebody in the fourth round that's like keep that offensive lineman and keep that extra pick. I feel like they could have got
Yeah,
a fourth round guy that's
yeah.
maybe filling
Maybe
that role.
a little bit more than I thought, but I did. I don't know. Their problem was, I mean, Stroud was terrible, so that's also an issue. But they did need some running back help. They need some help all over the place. So maybe that's just a starting point.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, so looks like Kyler Murray's gone, right? He's getting
Right?
caught.
Diggs is gone, which I wasn't shocked about. I mean, that's not a big deal, but people making a big deal here in Buffalo. But
Oh, I saw some. I don't, it's the world of social media, so there's diarrhea all over the place. But someone
yeah,
said, should we bring them back? I'm like, oh my
yeah,
God.
I know. Everyone wants to bring everybody back or any talent, anybody who's cut. We should look into them. We should look into it. Like, listen, we have no money either. So,
And the truth,
um,
the part of the truth of it is, if you're a Bills fan and the only time you saw Diggs was maybe
the Monday night game, we played them.
yeah, so you saw him those 2 games, maybe you saw him the Super Bowl, and then you saw him in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
The Monday night game, the first game, you're like, dude, this guy he looks like
I know.
the old one. Other
Right.
than that, I mean, he had a nice season. He wasn't anything crazy.
Well, he did the same thing he's done the last few seasons when he was healthy. When he got older, comes out pretty hot. and it just dies down, pitters out a little bit, and he had a better season than I thought he would. So I mean, I can't bash him. So, but it's just you know, he's
What do
going to
you,
get another 1 year contract somewhere, and
so what do you think about for possibly the Bills or just in general, the AJ Brown? Did you see that? So they want a first, maybe was it a first and a second, or maybe like a first and a second next year? I mean, he's under contract. I mean, he makes good money.
um,
He's not the top paid receiver.
I don't. Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, first and a second, I don't know. How old is he? How old is AJ Brown?
He's not crazy old.
I know he's not crazy young either, though. I don't think he is. He's 28. He ain't crazy old. Um, I don't mind a first. I think one first is all I'd give up, and that's it. So
Really.
I think so. I don't think I'd do a first and a second for him. You know, I, I've never drafted the guy. I don't like him. I think I don't like him, and he is good. And he's just one of these guys that I have a mental block over, just being a not so talented receiver. But I know he's good.
I,
But I would give up a first for him. But I don't know if I'd give up a first and a second.
I'll be honest.
I think there's games he disappears a lot. He has amazing games. He disappears a lot.
I don't.
Um,
I didn't love his effort this season. I didn't love his effort. There were some plays that I saw where I was like, man, he didn't seem like he was fighting for the ball and all of that. But at the same time, something's wrong in Philly. First off, two things. Something's wrong in Philly with the cohesion.
I don't think Hertz is that good.
No, and
I think that's one of the
that was
problems.
my second point. My first point is
Right.
something's wrong, right? So
Right.
again, I don't love if things aren't going well. I'm not going to try my hardest. I've always hated
Right.
that. But I don't think Jalen Hurts is not a great quarter.
No, he's not.
He's a great fantasy quarterback.
Great fantasy. He had one of the greatest offensive lines and greatest
Yeah,
defenses in the league when he won it. I'm not going to take a Super Bowl away from the guy, but he's not that good. He's not great. He's not
I
great.
I would. Oh man, if
He
I'm
went a he went half without a passing yard, I think, last year
yeah,
against the Bills. I mean, he won the game, so I can't take too much away from him. But I don't think he had a yard. That should
man,
be impossible.
man, he's. If I'm some team, if I don't know which team I think about it with well, obviously with Seattle. I don't know, man. If you're one of those teams that's drafting late in the first round, and like AJ Brown he is just a
He
monster.
definitely he got room. That's the other thing. If you're too late, sometimes you have a good quarterback. Not necessarily, but um, uh, someone like New England would make sense.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a late pick. They should have some still May cap room for a while. So yeah, it's even when I'm looking here, they're asking a big price for him. Again, I think a first is fine. Other than that, I don't think he's more anything else.
Oh, I get tempted into these guys with such good talent. I just feel like
I know.
draft picks are just so they're just so you just don't know. It's just, you know what I mean.
Well, the problem with the Bills, they have no money, so I don't know if it's even possible. The whole thing with the Bills is, don't be surprised if I keep saying this, but Deion Dawkins is not going to be on this team next year. I really believe he will be traded because he is the only key piece that we have that we can open up real cap space. And if they don't, I don't see even how the roster can change. So, and I know Dion, he's awesome. I'm not taking anything away from him. And I don't know if you want to lose him to add another piece and then you're hurting on the offensive line because they're already going to be losing
They're
a
not
third of their off.
they're not getting rid of Deion Dawkins. I don't think.
I don't know. We'll talk. I don't know. I think they are.
Wow, that would be crazy. Listen,
I just,
I don't think they
how
want
do
to
you,
change. They don't want to change. They proved it with the McDermott. with the freaking
I know.
McDermott firing and the hiring of Brady. Like I don't think they want to change.
I know. I keep hearing like these trades, Max Crosby,
Oh
and
man,
this
he's not.
guy, and this guy. There's no way to do it except Deion
Oh,
Dawkins. He is
oh,
the only piece in any of these ideas that they can do any of this stuff. But they have $0. So right now it's Keon Coleman is your wide receiver one. And
don't
until
say,
you
don't
can
say
figure out
that. Don't say.
money, they have no other piece on their team that they can trade to make this work. So we'll see. But I don't think he's going to be on the team this year. That's my prediction. We'll find out.
I feel like something's wrong. Obviously, something's wrong with the Crosby thing too. Like something's wrong in Oakland. I wonder. Uh, Oakland. Jeez, they haven't been in Oakland.
Those
I wonder if he gets moved. I mean, something seemed wrong at the end of the season, right? Like he doesn't
Yeah, he was
seem.
pissed off that he was benched and
Yeah, so
says
like
he wasn't hurt.
something just doesn't seem right there. But I think they're asking.
Usually, when they do that, they don't want to get you hurt, so they don't have to pay you in case something happens because they don't want you anymore. That's only the case, only the reason they do those kind of things.
And the asking price is like 2 firsts, which is a lot. But I don't know if you're one of these teams that you're drafting.
Or, listen, it doesn't make tons of sense. They're going to draft a stud rookie quarterback with a terrible offensive line. You're going to go now you're going to get a stud left tackle, and you give up Crosby, who doesn't want to be there, and it all makes sense.
Oh well, there's definitely going to be some more pieces dropping. Friday Friday hockey deadline will be
Yeah,
wild and crazy, and
yeah,
then there's those couple pieces. Where do you couple pieces in the NFL to see where they're going to end up? I mean, for some reason Kyler Murray to the Jets just seems
oh, perfect. That's
too
perfect.
too has to happen, right?
Right. I know. I mean, they got the money to do it. It makes sense. It makes sense. He's way better than what they've had. I don't know if he is. I just said it out loud, and I don't know if it's true.
Yes,
I'm
he
not a
is.
Kyler Murray guy.
He,
He's
he's better.
above.
He's
He's average at best.
he's better than Justin Fields.
Oh, he's better than Justin Fields. He is that. I just don't know how much better.
He's not leading. I don't think he's leading you to a Super Bowl, right? I don't think he's leading you to the playoffs, but I do think he makes you better. And I mean, listen, they just need, when you're that bad, you just need to be better. You need to show some growth. And I mean, you don't even have anybody to, like, your best weapons on your team are Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. They're I don't they're almost useless when you don't have a
No,
competent
I know.
quarterback. You
I
need
know.
a competent guy,
Well, if
somebody
you,
that could do something.
I know. I don't know how competent he is, but he is better. I'll give you that he's better than Fields, and he will be the best, probably best situation for them. Um,
I mean,
I don't know.
you basically have to pay him nothing, right? They said that like he'll probably get league minimum because he's already got all that money
Right.
from
Yeah, they still pay him 20, but that's cheap. I
I
mean,
know, but the
it's cheap
article,
as it gets.
I'm interested because the article I read today said something like he'll probably end up league minimum. I wonder if teams are
Right.
just like, yeah, like I don't know, like how many choices will he have? But I also feel like if it's gonna be league minimum, if you're the Vikings, would you not come in and be like, I'll give you five?
We could talk about the Vikings for a while too, because they're a mess.
But
They're a little bit of a mess.
if you feel like he's gonna sign there for the league minimum, and you're the Vikings, are you not like, I'll give you five? I mean,
Right. Oh, I know. I know.
or
I agree.
I'll give you seven. Just
The
to eat.
problem is you go out and get him, then you're just like JJ, you're just sitting
Well, I
another
was going
year.
to say,
We're giving up.
I guess the
That's the
difference
problem.
is, I guess the difference he may take the Jets because he knows he's the guy, right?
Right.
Or if you go to Minnesota, maybe at best, although I don't know, is that the worst scenario? If you lose the competition, you sit out a year. I mean, you don't sit out, but you're a
I
backup.
know. Which you can get that job back because he's obviously gonna he'll give it back to you.
Yeah. So,
All right, we've been talking for a while. I don't know
all
if you
right,
want
bud.
to have anything else to say, but we got a lot of football talk still to go,
Yeah,
obviously, because
we
we're
do.
going down a wormhole here.
I think next year or next week we'll have a bunch more hockey stories and a bunch more
Oh,
football stories.
trade deadline's going to hit. We'll have a lot of that. It seems like football's picking up with trades and rumors of other things. So a lot of
And
stuff
who
coming down.
knows? But I saw some exhibition stuff. Baseball.
Oh yeah, I got my first email about my first league, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and then they have the baseball classic, right? The USA.
Oh yeah, the classic. I saw them all in the years.
Today there was a Mexico played somebody,
Yeah,
and Alejandro Kirk and Rowdy Tellez scored on the same base hit. They're both like 300 pounds, dude. It's awesome. They both come running around third. They're like,
that's awesome.
it was so funny. So that'll be interesting stuff too. So, all right, bud. For the listeners, we appreciate the listeners. Sorry for that little break that we had, but we're back at it. I'm working on some fun. I was telling Tom some fun little AI advertisement things that are going to be popping up. Too.
Dropping.
So we are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. And we appreciate all the listeners. And until next time, see you.
See you.
Yeah. Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting.